You know, in 1990, I was doing an appearance in Milwaukee, and afterwards I'm doing an autograph session, and these two ladies walk up, they're the next ones in line, and I said, "Can I help you?" And one of them, with the prettiest smile I'd ever seen, was wearing one of her research team hats. And the other girl points at her and said, "This lady here has got to fish with you before she dies." And I took it that she had a terminal illness, and I said, "Hey, just hang out backstage. When I'm done autographing here, I'll come and talk with you." Well, she worked at a company in Milwaukee called Alto Sham, and she told everybody there that she was a big-time fan of our show. She told everybody there that before she died, she wanted to go fishing with me. And it wasn't that she had a terminal illness, which is the way I took it. She'd never had a chance to hunt, really, and found out that once we got together, and that's my wife, Kris, I started taking her hunting. Now, I know a lot of guys like to go on a hunting trip with their buddies and so forth because they can talk big and have a few drinks at night and this, that, and the other. Well, you can do that with your wife, too. And sharing a memory of something as special as elk hunting, that we could share it. She had her adventure, I had my adventure going on simultaneously, and then we'd come in at night and talk about what happened during the day, and it was just wonderful. She just excited to the bone about it, you know, and we both love elk meat. Who doesn't? It's so special. I don't know why more guys don't try and take trips where they take their wife with them and hunt together, rather than some of their buddies. And I understand the buddy thing too, believe me. I've been on every kind of a hunt you can imagine. But there's something very special about sharing something as intimate as bow hunting or crossbow hunting for elk with your wife, because you get so many encounters, and Kris had a lot of them in this case and just couldn't get a shot. Could see the elk and had big elk, and it just happens that way. You know that going into it, and you accept it. Now, the one thing I've yet to mention about today's elk hunt was that my wife Christine was also along. And while I was out in other directions with my crossbow, Kris and her guide were on a spot and stock bow hunt. And let's just say, whenever in the mountains hunting for elk, we both know some pretty spectacular things are always bound to happen.
The elk really haven't been in a heavy rut yet. It was some of the pre-rut activity. They've been quiet, they've sent out a few bugles so we could locate, but made it really tough to get in tight on them during the day. First real good opportunity we had was on the second morning of the hunt. We went into a place we called Fish Creek, and it's a large plateau. We catch the elk as they're coming from their feeding areas up to the bedding areas, and this area we were hunting was kind of a staging area, and we got in pretty tight on this herd of elk. And there was a really nice 6-point bull that was pushing the herd around. We got in tight, sent out some satellite bull bugles, and he didn't like us being in that close. We got set up, Kris was in front, I backed up about 70, 80 yards, did some calling. But the section we got set up in was a little bit tighter with the trees, and the opportunity for her to take a shot wasn't there.
He turned his head and started walking away. It was just like, oh, all that hard work of getting into him and him coming towards us, and just, it was like a blink of an eye, and he was just poof, he was gone.
That close encounters was pretty awesome. This was our last morning of the hunt. Kris and Babe are gonna get ready to pack up and head home. We were able to get out for a few hours, and it was a great opportunity and a great experience that we did. And on multiple times, we were able to get in tight on different groups of elk.
We had at least 6 encounters of bulls and cows, I mean, right next to us. We just couldn't get a shot off at any of them.
We would get in close, tight on one group. They would wind us and blow out. We'd get tight on another one, and then a hot cow would just walk away, and that bull would follow her. We weren't able to pull him away. Hiking up even higher, we got into another herd of elk, and just all these close encounters throughout the morning. We can go from one bull and herd to the next bull and herd because they're screaming in all different locations. What a great way to finish off the hunt with such close encounters, having the bulls screaming. We know the rut's just beginning.
she was not disappointed whatsoever that she didn't get to kill an elk. Well, yes, would she like to? Absolutely. But she got a great memory out of it and a great hunt out of it, and everybody worked together really well. Exciting. And it's something that you got to do. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked our new YouTube content, may I suggest you like it? Then you can also hit the bell button, so anytime we post anything new, you'll know it if you're a subscriber. Because we're going to be posting content, and we have got some incredible stuff coming. Just stay tuned is all I can tell you, and share it with your friends. Tell them about it, because we're going to have a lot of fun together doing this.